I like and welcome one and all to the MSA Crusaders call. Voices strong, spirits bright, join us as we ignite. We're here to share, to inspire, to lift each other higher. With stories of strength, voices that shine, this is our journey, yours and mine. You're tuned into MSA Crusaders, where awareness begins, one story at a time.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of the MSA Crusaders. Sorry I missed you last week. Baby, where are you?
Yeah, Daisy, I had to ditch you and get on a nice cruise ship and eat lots of food at the buffet.
You
It's
eat enough
cr-
for me?
Yeah, I think I ate for three, and somehow lost weight. I don't know how, do not know how that happens, but I think you might have an idea.
What, excursions?
No, no, having difficulty eating.
I can vouch
So
for that.
I ate a lot. I ate at a lot of times, different times of the day, but I ate very little because of the difficulty with swallowing.
Yeah, that makes not a good dinner.
Yeah, makes it very short.
Kind of losing weight lately, so I've not been wanting to eat my whole meal. Father's Day, I ate most of it ate in the I had made a happy plate, yeah. I had the deviled eggs, chicken meal, and mashed potatoes, and squash, all soft food.
No, can't have squash, Daisy. It's against our religion. No, no squash. Yeah, I had cookies and dessert and everything buffet in all the restaurants, and um, it was only until I ate a couple of spicy things that went down my lungs that it really stopped it.
Ouch.
I started to stop eating on a cruise ship very much. It burned a little too much. Yeah.
That sounds painful.
Once you got past the initial burn part, once it gets into your lung, you don't even feel it. Or, since they use like jalapeno, you don't even feel the jalapeno in your lung because your lung doesn't have those type of sensory nerves. But the tube going to your lungs, yeah, that tube was burning. It was horrible.
Burn.
Yeah,
We had Father's Day on the cruise.
we did. I bet you me a really nice cake for Father's Day. But, I think every day on the cruise ship was Father's Day.
Have fun.
It was.
That's why you get me.
That's why if it comes between cruises and life, it's cruise. I'll choose cruises first every time. There are exceptions though. But it was fun. All it was fun. It was interesting because on a cruise ship, they serve you different nationalities, different cultural food or whatever. Or like on the last cruise day, I decided to order a New York steak strip.
Oh my gosh.
New York strip steak. Sorry, that's
Yeah,
Spanish.
right.
Spanish we say backwards. I haven't had steak in so long because of choking in months and months and months. That I decided to have it for the first time, and I actually didn't choke on that, but I choked on everything else. So it's
My husband cuts my steaks up really, really small.
yeah.
Really small. And I just was like, and I don't want to do this, but you can put steak in a blender.
For what?
Put steak in a blender.
No, the only thing I put in the blender is bananas, strawberries, and sugar and ice. Maybe a smoothie.
It's too hard to chew. You can't do that, so you can still taste it.
I can't. You talking about puree?
You need done.
You talking about puree?
Yeah.
I've had too much cream of peas and cream corn to not want to puree anything in my life ever.
You're just gonna be done with it, then.
Yeah, seriously. I'm a man of my word. Eat what I want to for the most part, and I aspirate my way along and choke. And it's one of those things where how much do you want to give up with MSA?
I hate when husband all day cooking, like, how much enchiladas, chicken enchiladas. That's like, spent all day making them, and then I just can't eat it.
Okay, what can you eat?
How much chicken enchiladas? And then it's so sad that he worked so hard on it, and I couldn't do it.
Yeah, well, I mean,
And I was craving it.
Yeah.
I hate that part when I crave something, and I want it so bad, but I can't eat it when it comes to me.
Well, it's worse. I'm not trying to upset you here. Having a Mexican wife where everything you have is tacos and tostadas and tortillas, everything's crispy. Everything's fried.
Ouch.
It's small pieces of beef, not big pieces like a hamburger, like Americans. Having a Mexican wife eating Mexican food is,
Table.
Creamery cheese is quite the difficulty. She makes the food every night, and there's some things she doesn't make anymore because I can't eat it, so she stops eating it.
I understand that.
Yeah, that's not fair. She still makes stuff for her and makes stuff for me, but I do feel pretty guilty sometimes that she wants to make huevos con chorizo, but it's hard for me to eat. She'll make something else instead of having something that she enjoys.
And I love Mexican food.
Mexican food, Taco Bell or real Mexican food?
Real.
So I think Taco Bell is Mexican food. Absolutely.
What?
Yeah, fast food. Yeah, that's good. Like Chipotle. That's not real Mexican, but it's close enough.
And I lived in South Texas. Yeah, I had to think it.
House of Texas?
South Texas.
Oh, South Texas. What other food do you have issues with? I can tell you what, I have issues with pasta.
Yeah.
We joke back and forth about strength, about melted cheese on the throat.
Yeah.
Pasta is the same way. Like half of it's up here and half is down there.
It's very good. Or it gets clapping your gun in your lip.
Oh, at the very top, you can't get it. You can't get it out. Yeah. Tell me about that. Tell me about your experience with you put a piece of food in your mouth. Now with MSA, what do you have issues doing after you put the food in your mouth? What are issues you have?
I gum it.
You gum it?
Yeah.
What's that?
It's hard to coordinate my tongue with my chewing and it with a gum. Yeah. And then it gets caught from the cheek.
Yeah.
Gum.
It's hard to move the food in your mouth, right?
Yes.
I mean, even flipping food over is hard.
It isn't even hard for me because I'm going to get dentures.
Yeah. Hopefully having this might sound bad, but I mean, I've lost teeth too. I mean, trust me, I'm not hair away from implants or dentures myself, but having all your teeth definitely helps with swallowing and chewing. So hopefully it's for the better.
Oh, okay. All of them pulled on the bottom, and like, or on top.
You're gonna be under sedation though, right?
Yeah, I mean,
That's the only way I'd ever have dentures or implants. If they have to knock my butt out.
me too. I have to go 2 hours away from home to get it done because people here in my town would not put it asleep.
Yeah. So you went somewhere else.
Is that really sedation? Does they have a problem with that?
Is that a normal practice for them to use local anesthesia?
I mean,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're not going to give you anesthesia in a needle. That's for sure. Well, they do give it to you a needle through an IV, but it's an IV of liquid to keep you hydrated, and the anesthesia is an injection. But is it normal for them to give you anesthesia for having teeth pulled? I've never come across a dentist or oral surgeon who actually puts you under to pull teeth. I've never seen that.
no, I haven't ever been under it before. I had 6 wisdom teeth, and they pulled 5 at one time, and that was like the whole time.
I had 8 at my youngest age pulled at one time before they did all those surgery upper and lower jaw. Anesthesia did not help very much for pulling of the teeth. Local Novocaine, shots into your upper part, your top of your mouth and stuff. Didn't help very much.
My husband does not like IVs or shots injections. He doesn't mind them at the dentist. I'm not over there.
Oh, wow, that's quite the contrast.
You handle the needle that's in your gums. Why can't you handle others?
Well, my daughter is in her 3rd year of nursing school, and she passed out the first time they showed a needle, and she broke the cabinet in the hospital. And just recently, she passed out because she was watching something was gore or whatever. She hurt her face really bad, but she's going to nursing, and she has issues with getting her own blood drawn.
Oh my God,
Right, but most nurses don't actually take her. They don't withdraw blood. It's usually someone else, phlebotomist, comes by in hospitals and does that. So she should be pretty safe.
I just want to know how, if you could comment below, how has anybody had a connection with getting teeth pulled?
Yeah, have you ever had an injection of anesthesia through the IV liquid line to put you to sleep for having teeth pulled?
Oh,
Drop us a shot.
Okay.
And having MSA?
Yeah,
You're stretching it.
I know. But I don't know.
It's like me saying, if you had your shoulder replaced and having MSA, drop me a shout, shout out. Not too many of those people.
I know. I'm just curious.
Yeah, if you know someone who's had the procedure, then let us know, because like what Daisy's trying to say is it is very reassuring to at least have an idea of what it's going to be like. You know.
So let's been through it.
Yeah, I agree. So you have dysphagia also, just difficulty swallowing, correct?
Yes.
Which is dysphagia for everyone is just the coordination of not hand-eye, but mouth the muscles to push it all down. I've developed in the last 2 months, I think. When I take medications, they lay on my tongue. Not all of them, but some pills will lay on my tongue, and when I go to swallow, they won't go off the tongue because I don't have enough like thrust of the tongue thrust to push them back. And I started aspirating all my pills. So I've noticed the last couple of months that even swallowing basic pills is becoming more and more of a problem where I'm choking more and more every day.
Mine gets stuck to the roof of my mouth.
Right, see, yeah, I haven't had that yet.
You have it?
Not yet. Well, it's up to the top of your mouth. It's probably hard to get it off the top of your mouth, right?
Yeah.
The worst part is when it gets stuck between your upper gum and your teeth or down here. You can't really move your tongue to get stuff out of the way
You
anymore.
have to get your finger up there. And get it
Yeah,
out.
seriously. People look at you in a restaurant like, it's not proper
I hate
etiquette.
eating in public.
Yeah.
I hate it. We
It's
had hard at his dad's house.
I agree. Having people around you is a distraction that distracts you from eating and swallowing properly too. I mean, I have literally choked to tears thinking I was about to die of aspiration so many times in public, and I'm keeping it quiet. My wife and kids know that it's aspirating. It's just a matter of time before it comes out. But I'm trying not to look like an idiot or a disabled person who's losing their crap. You know, it's very hard to not cough and not make choking and strangling sounds when you're aspirating food or pills.
When you drink water,
Yeah.
it goes in your throat.
So you break up hard food to make it softer, more refined, correct?
Yes.
So you're going from thicker to thinner on the food, and your liquid you're going from thinner to thicker.
For the most part.
For the most part, right? Yeah, not always. Yeah, my food stays the same as I have saliva going down the wrong tube.
Yeah.
Hard food stays the same. It's the crispy foods that really get me. For liquids, smoothies and shakes and stuff are okay. It's water, Coca-Cola, Sprite, Gatorade. It's the thin liquids that I aspirate more than anything else.
I had a problem with
We heard it. Go ahead and say it.
burping.
I'm laughing because I know I already burped like 3 times on the mic already.
It's in your throat. You can't help it.
No, you can't. But what I read about that, it's very gastroparesis, right? Paralysis of the gastrointestinal system. It's a part of it. It's a whole involuntary bodily functions, including indigestion, that doesn't work in the right way. So when you swallow something, it's all supposed to go down out of your throat to your stomach, right? Right. So like mine, my muscles at the bottom are much weaker, and when I swallow, there's always something still there.
Yeah.
What's even worse is like at nighttime, laying down, regurgitation comes up. It's not supposed to happen in your throat because those muscles at the very bottom are supposed to keep that acids and stuff in your stomach. And I literally feel like I'm going to barf in my BiPAP machine because those muscles are. I've woken up twice this week already just for that, like the body trying to vomit everything back up because the muscles are too weak.
The trick to that is going to bed 5 hours after you eat.
The trick is 5 hours after you eat what?
Go to bed. Don't go to bed. Not even 5 hours.
Oh, I can't, Daisy. I sleepwalk and I sleep eat. There's no way.
The thing is, I'm always throwing up in my mouth.
Yeah. Well, it's become much more forceful. Let me tell you, I don't want to be disgusting, but in the middle of the night when you're regurgitating everything back up and you have a non-invasive ventilation mask on, it's only one or two ways. It comes up or you swallow it back down. Yeah, it's a very disgusting thing at nighttime or when you're laying down, period.
I just had the nose oxygen. I don't have a mask.
See, I couldn't have a nose one because it would irritate me. It would be touching me in too many places that my OCD would make me go crazy for it.
You know, I'll show you.
I should have just like a big bubble around my head, like a big helmet. That's too much.
I can't do it. I tried it.
So your husband straps you down to the bed.
It's too tight up. I can't. I'm trying to figure out how to do something before I get dentures. Because dry mouth and dentures do not work.
Oh man, yeah, I never thought about that.
So I'm trying to figure out the perfect chin strap before I have it done. And I found some tape that takes your mouth shut.
Yeah. They suggested it to me when I first got my NIH. The breathing levels weren't where they're supposed to be. The machine was not working properly, and they asked me, literally, you can ask my wife. The doctor asked me if they could tape my mouth shut at nighttime. But I said no, because I'm not a nose breather. I always breathe through my mouth. So when you hear my recordings, you always hear my breath, because I never breathe through my nose. There's no way. That's one thing. I was like, how does nose oxygen help? Because I'm a mouth breather. Yeah. But my mom's a nurse, just still getting some oxygen. I mean, God bless whoever's doing that, but I could not. You have to have duct tape to keep my mouth shut at that time. I'll try. Try before I get dentures. That's all on you. I think the key is like having a bigger mask and not. I know you have a nose thing, but the mask isn't. But the only issue I have with the mask is the first one was too small. The second one is pretty much good, but sometimes you'll have like sores, like from the mask, like whiteheads or blackheads, because wow. Yeah. So that's the only thing you can ever notice for me is on my nose, but I do enjoy it more than a nose apparatus. I've had that in many hospital visits I've had before. That thing never stays on overnight. It'll never stay on. I was telling this about my medicine that I'll try, and he told me to stop taking my medicine. I said, "You're crazy. I'm not stop taking my medicine. You're full of shit. I'll deal with it." Take salt? No, stop taking my medicine. Oh, stop taking it. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Well, there was a post on one of the MSA groups in Facebook that we're a part of. I'm not sure which one it is. I believe it was one of the MSA Atrophy or MSA Buddies, but it spoke about how the husband or wife had MSA and they had a choice: stop taking medications or eat the food you wanted to. And they chose to keep eating it, like me, keep eating the same food. And it only took 5 or 7 days before they passed away. It came to the point of pills or food, and that was one. He chose to go out like he or she chose to go out like a champ. And I remember reading that post today. It's very, the choices we have to make in life right now, especially MSA, is very, people, you can't understand them, but they can try to appreciate how hard it would be. I can't stop taking medicine. No, I can't. There's no way. Yeah. It's hard to take my insurance. Oh, wait. And my reasoning. Retiring. So I'm a 90-year-old woman. Well, you still have. I saw you still have action tremors. The glass of water you drink, you're shaking it as you're bringing it back down. Like, yeah, I had the same issues. I don't have tremors in public right now, but when I'm acting against gravity, I have tremors. Well, contracts I have. Yeah, they'll suck. Those will never go away. You just get used to them. I was watching my YouTube video, not my video. I was watching YouTube videos last night and this morning. And for some reason, I was leaning on my right side because my left shoulder hurts like hell. But on my right-hand side, I was holding my phone in my hand. Something I don't ever do. I always prop it up on something because I'll drop it. And I was watching like a police chase, and I went to go throw something at the person, and I threw my phone onto the floor. Okay. And now I have to get out to bed to get to the floor to get my phone, which is hard enough. Monochromatic jerks, like you watching movies or TV or YouTube or just thinking of stuff, and you jerk to the movements on top of just involuntary movements to begin with. Yes. Yes. Yep. Definitely have a phone case on your phone or on your cell phone. I have a holder. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, one have those holders. The only one I have like that is for my gimbal I use for videotaping. But yeah, having like a pop socket or something like that helps out a lot. Yeah. Sometimes I have a feeling good. She said. Yeah. Yeah. Your jerks will get way worse. I think like everything I'm gonna say, you'll get used to it, and it won't be so bad. But you're always going to have them, unfortunately. So you're eating, and might as well. does your eating as well result in fatigue where you don't want to eat as much?
Yes, it's so bad.
You give me an example of what that looks like. You just came home with your KFC. You start. By the way, this is how bad MSA has gotten. This glass is literally half empty, half full, half empty, and I've had it for a few hours. If this was not MSA, I would have like 3 of these at one time. But because the difficulties with swallowing, I don't take as many sips. Yeah. So
I had tea the other night, Father's Day, for my meal, and I came home, and when I looked in the bed, I got out of my chair and was walking to the bed, and excuse me, I just peed everywhere.
Yeah.
Outside of my catheter. I had super catheter.
Yep.
Just peed, and my husband had put me down on the bedside a lot and clean me up.
Yep.
And I got that job getting the from the toilet, and I peed all over myself again.
I have a couple of times, and once was in the airport, so it's, what are you going to do about it?
It's still coming out on tape, so I don't tape it okay. But it's tea, it's alright, you know.
Yeah.
Don't drink tea, don't drink tea.
No. And plus, does having a super pure catheter does having that device dictate what you drink?
No.
Because, for example, if I have coffee, our flight got delayed like 4 hours. So we're in the airport. Well, first of all, at 4 o'clock in the morning, we had to come back home because I forgot my medical bag somehow. So we got new flights back to the airport. So we went to the airport twice, but I had so much coffee, I literally went pee like 12, 15 times in just a few hours. So does having a super pure catheter dictate? Like, so me, I try not to drink so much coffee or pop and stuff when I'm traveling because I don't want to pee so much with the bathroom because it's hard on an airplane.
Well,
Does your
before I
catheter
got it,
change that?
I couldn't drink coffee on a plane because I would have to go all the time.
Yeah. So well, before the catheter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, younger days.
That's where I'm at, and I'm 6 foot tall, Daisy. I'm a true 6 footer, right? I'm down to 196 pounds. Thank goodness somehow after the buffet at the cruise ship, small portions, I guess. And me trying to go to the bathroom in an airplane is like Shaquille O'Neal trying to drive a car. It does not. It's not very well for someone who has fine motor control issues, standing, maintaining balance, and aiming. It's just trying to not get fully undressed to go pee is the hardest thing. To me, it's easier to sit down and go pee because if I have to do it the other way that men do, it takes forever. So I try not to drink as much as I can when I'm traveling because getting up in an airplane or an airport is extremely hard.
I drink Sprite, a lot of Sprite.
Yeah, clear liquids are much better for you, right?
I drink a lot of Sprite and a lot of water. I drink a lot of water.
Sprite has a lot of sugar too. It's too sweet for me now. I can't have it out the bottle. Out of the fountain, I can, but the bottle it's so sweet.
Yeah, you can get out of the fountain. But as far as water, I don't drink on days I go swim because
right, yeah, makes sense.
I have to be at swim. So today I had to be at 4. I didn't drink any more at 12.
You had enough swimming pool water to drink today.
So I have more dry mouth on swim days.
Yeah. Dry mouth is you have a nose oxygen ventilation, not invasive to the nose. I have a mask. Let me tell you, I was not complaining about dry mouth before. I did a little bit, right? It is even worse with a mask on. Where there's nothing but air. There's no moisture at all. There's nothing but air back and forth, dry air. I wake up every morning all night long with the driest Sahara Desert mouth you can ever have.
It's awful.
Sandpaper.
I would rather drill.
Yeah. I'd rather have extra saliva. I forget what they call that, but too much saliva than dry mouth. Yeah, absolutely.
The thing is you can have dry mouth and drool.
Yeah, we do. We do.
How in the world?
When I take a shower, my wife helps me for the most part. When I take a shower, when I have water running over my face, I drool uncontrollably. And I have no idea why. I could close my mouth, Daisy. Water, I'm washing my hair.
And it's still much funny out.
And as water comes over my head, I drool like Sabertooth tiger. You never seen Saber like that. Like, how in the world?
That's a problem too.
Right? But I mean, it's not the body, it's the head. There's water hitting the head activates the salivary glands of the hair because opens it.
The hair gets flushed.
Yeah, it makes no sense to me at all.
And I think I'll do if I'm gonna eat some strawberry cheesecake or something.
Yeah.
I really want this is real support out of my mouth.
Now, do you spontaneously, when you bend over, have water that comes out of your nose, your nostrils?
Never enough.
I've noticed that the last for probably 6, 7 months. If I bend over more times than not, I will have water drops come out of my nostrils, and I have like, where is this water coming from? It's not snot. It's not saliva. Like it's drops of water out the nose. I'm like, where is it coming from? And only when I bend over.
And then that issue, it's gonna get a little gross here. It'll get a little gross. I cannot wipe myself anymore.
It's hard. The cruise ship was so small, I had to really innovate new ways to wipe my own ass. Trust me, Daisy, I completely understand.
Signed up for it when he said I do. My husband signed up for it when he said I do.
Good for him. Yeah, that's a strong person.
Carry me. But when I know for him to do that, I had to get him to get his over because another friend, I thought a friend, but I used drinking water. It made drinking water instead of.
Yeah, see, and now do not listen to don't take what I say literally and do what I do. But there's a reason I don't drink a lot of water. Now I understand water is necessary and needed, but if I drink a lot of water, my stools will be more soft and hard. So to keep from having to have issues with wiping as much, I'd rather take a couple pain pills and have less water to keep a hard stool so I don't have like diarrhea, for instance, things like that.
It doesn't matter with me. It's still hard. I take a fiber gummy, still softener, Lizeth, and Consolos, and I still have hard stools.
Wow. I did not, since we're talking about pooping, maybe if I put poop emoji for your background.
Where are y'all here? No, it's fine.
I did not have a bowel movement since the entire cruise ship, 8 days, Sunday to Sunday.
Oh my gosh.
So from Sunday to Sunday is 8 days. It's not 7. It's 8. If you can't, you gotta count them out, guys. Okay, do any figures real quick. 8 days. I only had a bowel movement on my last day. Now, probably one of the biggest and longest I've had in the world, but you don't have these things rarely. I can't take it. Nothing I take will ever forces that to happen. I have to wait for it to fill all the way up to my stomach, and my stomach hurts because it's full, and somehow wait for like gas or air for my ventilation to push it out. That's literally how it happens.
I get interested. I can't, like, I will go 4 days without going. And my husband asked me if I was going, and I said no. And he cleans me up. Like, I have a shower every other day, and he cleans me every other day. And the day he was cleaning, he says, "Are you sure?" I said no. He checks me. He has to check me and help me to go. It's called digital enema.
Yeah, enema, right.
But with a gloved hand. Yeah,
that's what in the hospitals. If you can't go poop, there's only one thing left is the fingers and open it up.
With everything I take and the still can't go. That's all he can get out for me. I understand. I don't have muscular control doing it no more. Yeah, that's the part I've lost too. Is like I've lost the last part of my throat, and I've lost the last part of my colon. So my muscles in the colon are not in sync at all. So it's trust me, I know. I have one of those ring tests. Is Sarah talking about that? We swallow it? Yeah, they also have them with the video camera too. I don't have one of those, 'cause I swear there's no control. The ring test will only show what you can pass and like the diameter and how long it takes, but to control, you have to go and like I do that. They have to put a balloon to a saline up your anus, literally, and see if you can feel it and how much you can push out. So there's a lot of tests. When you go to a gastrointestinal hospital, they do more tests than just that to determine your muscle. Gastroenterologist. Yeah, they'll do more tests than the ring one to see how much which muscles are working and which ones aren't, because they have a sensor, long sensor. They put it up your rectum, and it measures muscle squeezing, so they can tell which muscles are working and which ones aren't. I've had it done. Gastroenterologist, and they put me on biofeedback. They put you on what? They sent me to biofeedback. And all I wanted to do at biofeedback was tell me how to eat. Well, that's not helping you. I figured that. And then my insurance wasn't covered. That's a shame.
Yeah, I was offering a lot of exercises and treatments and medicines to help out, but I will say we're getting off topic because we're talking about eating.
What was part of eating?
Raising your knees on it while you're at the toilet, putting your knees higher than your waist helps out an awful lot.
I had one of those, extra step ups that I put for my feet.
Yeah, I'm 6 feet. I just go on my tippy toes and my knees go up. But what people don't realize is that, just like, we talk about constipation and eating, and the cruise has taught me that the more different types of food I eat, the more rock-like material feeling it has when it comes out. It feels like there's glass scraping inside of me. I mean, not tearing, not ripping, but scraping, scratching the crap out of me. I'm like, am I passing a stone or something? A rock?
It's
Yeah.
so like coming out sideways.
Yeah. Yes. Somebody put a trapezoid inside my anus and I have to pass it out
That's the
somehow.
best way I can explain it. It hurts that way.
Seriously, no, that's serious. It's like a horrible baseball with the threads and everything.
It really hurts.
And there's nothing you can do to make that better. Maybe or something. I don't know. So
Vaseline fingers help.
yeah, pain pills.
No Vaseline and
No,
fingers.
I haven't tried that one yet. I have made myself go. Like you said, your husband does. I've done that to myself before. But it's really, even at home. My wife and her husband were gracious enough to install me an ADA toilet. That's higher or whatever. But even with all the room we have in the bathroom, once I had my shoulder replaced, it's so hard to reach around, even with my right hand. Any reaching you do, destroys your other shoulder. For the last few months, it's been hell on earth trying to wipe my butt.
I'll tell you that.
I switched to dude wipes, so
Usually,
I will recommend dude wipes.
if you're usually going on the toilet, better play. Well, that.
What's that?
A handicap car.
Oh yeah.
If it's over a regular toilet, you can use that seat. And
What seat is that one?
the bedside commode.
I'm not sure I've seen that one.
A bedside commode,
Bedside pillow.
It fits over a real commode, so you can have handrails and you can get higher.
Oh no, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, you have seen it?
No, I have rails in a higher toilet, but I don't have anything special.
I'll tell you, like bedside commodes, people have when they're handicapped. Yeah. You can take one of those and put it over a toilet. It will fit over a toilet.
It's like an adapter. Yeah.
And you give you rails, and it gives you a higher seat.
For an old original toilet.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't think about that. Yeah, because my wife's bathroom has a normal toilet, and I don't ever go in there because I sit down. And it's so hard to sit back up.
I know that it's a lot easier to do that when I use this toilet. I don't anymore.
You can also get what do they call them? A bidet.
Yes. Yeah,
I've used those a couple of times before. Not bad, but I'm not sure how messy or how clean. But pre not too far into MSA, I used a couple of those, and they were pretty nice. I just don't trust it necessarily.
My son says, "Oh, I will never go to toilet paper again."
All right, he has one.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's just seat and everything.
May have to have my mom and Harry come back and install me one. Because after they installed the ADA 12, they thought this at the same time. They said maybe we should have put in a bidet. We were all thinking the same thing, but so far this one works. As long as I can reach around, we're okay.
I figure it would probably be good for me once I fix it.
I agree 100%. What are some of the, like we talked about, do you ever have nausea when you eat?
No.
It's definitely bloating and abdominal pain for sure. I've had both of those. Bloating, men could be bloated too, but bloated just means full of air. We like me, I have a hole in my throat. It's not my vocal cords. No matter what I do, I'm swallowing a bunch of air with my food. It's just the way this would be. So
horrible.
Have you ever had like abdominal pain because you're so full you can feel it all the way up like by your ribs?
No, not really.
Yes, yeah. That's how I know I have to go and have no more room left in my colon or my stomach because it's backed all the way up.
I felt this morning, but I only had like 4 T-shirts.
Yeah. That's true. Well, we start to get filled with air, with gas, because it's the way we swallow and we breathe, right?
Yeah.
And if we have a ventilation machine, you and I, and like a hole in our throat or a vocal cord, esophagus, it makes it even worse. Makes it make sense.
It's
Well,
what else did you ask me?
I can't remember. Abdominal pain, bloating, and so are you getting to
Is it something about food?
something about food?
Yeah.
I lost my thought already. I did have a neuropsychological test done, but we talk about that. The moral of the story is they said you're getting a little slower at recalling everything, but keep doing what you're doing. So we talk about stem cells, ones I had in Mexico. So definitely helping. As far as eating is concerned, do you ever lose weight because you don't want to eat? Like I had my shoulder replaced. It's all metal. And the pain is so bad, I would start to eat and I'd barely even touch food. But even more so when I try to eat food I'm not supposed to, or random food I don't know I'm not supposed to, I'll start choking and aspirating, or it takes too long to chew. Or to move around to swallow it. And I'll completely stop halfway through the plate, or not 10% through the plate. I'll just stop eating because it's too much work. You ever have that?
Yes.
Unbelievable. Right, cute. Trust me, I burp all day too. If you go watch my new YouTube videos, you're gonna see me burping all day on video logs.
Hey, it's raw.
And you can't control that. You can rarely control it, even if you wanted to. Oh, better to be a belch than a fart.
You know what I'd say when I was a kid? It's better out than in.
Absolutely.
And now back to that. I used to be very graceful, and you wouldn't hear me burping.
Yeah, I can imagine Olive being an Olive Garden and Daisy in the background.
Now it's like I don't care. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
I will wake up and do one of two things. I will either belch for 5 straight minutes,
or fart,
or I will fart for 5 straight minutes because there's so much air. Because the hole I have in my vocal cord for swallowing, that BiPAP machine is I'm at a carnival with a balloon. Balloon animals to kids. It's pumping me full of air, and I have to. I was there with a big belcher. You had the longest belches in the world, and unfortunately, the longest. Hey,
we're talking real and raw here. I'll put in the comments what y'all have problems with farting.
Let us know in the comments if you have some of the same issues that we have, because it's a real thing. I need to be so grateful and not do it. It's healthy. I try to. Or says I fart all night long, but I think that's her. Not sure
I did it when I first go to sleep. That's because I don't eat 5 hours of sleep. So I did it when I first go to sleep. Really? Oh, that's okay. You do it in your sleep. That's it. Better not to be woken up by a bad fart. But the difference is the exhaling of air from our gluteus maximus is not because of gas created by food deteriorating, right? The breaking of the acids in the stomach. It's from actual air going down our throats and noses. It's not. Now, tell me if I'm wrong. Generally, more times than not, it does not sink. If you had a percent, most of my farting because of my machine and the air issues we have never sinks because it's air that's pushing being put in my body to the machine, and not the actual air that we get from food breaking down in our stomachs and in our colon. Completely different. Now, might I smell a little bit? Maybe. But for me, it's mostly it doesn't smell. So it's completely different. You can tell a real fart from a BiPAP, too much pressure machine. I got a hole in my throat fart. Completely Unreal.
What?
Unreal.
It depends, though. I mean, it also depends on how far along your stomach and colon, the whole gastrointestinal system's working, right?
I suppose. But I won't run people off.
Fumigates for ants. In Texas, you have to keep those scorpions away. So.
That's all I know that I need to go. Right. And I want to people that we sponsor Mission website and to go to missionwebsite.org and check it out, all sponsors and the class. Yeah, resources on there. Really good. Absolutely. We definitely appreciate Mission MSA giving us a ring from time to time, reaching out to us. And don't forget about this piece of cake. The Piece of Cake Challenge. I have not seen that yet. Where do I find the Piece of Cake Challenge? Find it on missionwebsite.org. What is it? Yeah.
You're telling me I missed a piece of cake online?
Rita Riley and the family, their vision is to create awareness for emission.
Piece of cake. Daisy, why have I not seen this?
It's been put in our emission support group.
Oh, the support group.
I've been promoting it.
Oh, I haven't joined one since before. Okay, I was in a group originally. I was formerly in one when I first got MSA.
It's like the athletic challenge for ALS.
Yes, just like that sort of challenge.
It's the piece of cake challenge.
All right, we're going to find out. We're going to have another podcast about just the piece of cake challenge.
You just take a piece of cake and split it.
Unbelievable. I would rather eat it than. Should we be suffocating MSA patients with cake, Daisy?
Or donate.
Donate.
It has to be somebody in the family.
So to do the piece of cake challenge, you have to have somebody with MSA in your family.
Somebody you know has MSA.
Somebody you know.
And you get a choice. You can donate or you can do a piece of cake.
I'll donate because I'm going to eat the cake.
Right?
Red velvet is still chocolate cake. It's just red. Especially buttercream icing? Are you kidding me?
I think you will even do it with cupcakes.
See, you're right. I was thinking of miniature cupcakes, but yeah, the big cupcakes, small ones we can't hold on to. Big ones, yeah. I think that counts. It's a cup cake, still a cake. Right?
We were all MSA Crusaders.
We're all MSA Crusaders. Daisy, it's a pleasure. And unless I'm going on a cruise, actually I'm going out of the country next week, so we're going to try to catch up again for the next podcast.
Yeah, I hope I have it in the same hour. But with David,
yeah, I will try my best. As long as we have some internet, I will be on there. If not, she will hold down the fort, and she will definitely not talk anymore about her pooing and tooting.
I'm just not about my songs.
Okay.
Check out my songs.
Your song?
My songs, yeah.
Your songs?
on YouTube. And until next Friday, don't forget, we're all in a second stage.
There you go. I agree. Thank you, Daisy.
As we close another chapter, remember you're a factor. In this fight, we're not alone. Together we have grown. With every voice that speaks its truth, we shine a light, we're living proof. Remember, we're all MSA Crusaders, and together we can make a difference.